I don't know if you saw it, but the back row, when everybody yelled Charlie Brown, all 5 of them were like, what? The kids started doing something with their legs and they're like, we're not doing that. We are done. Okay, so now the exciting part. Now we get to find out how much money these kids and the event has raised. We're going to bring up some of the, we're going to bring up the 3 groups that are going to be recipients of the donations this year. So, as I said earlier, this is the 2nd annual DanceAthon. It was created to give it a way for young people to have fun, have an activity to benefit, and help others in the community. So that, as I said, the Youth Advisory Council and the Junior Advisory Committee are comprised of 14 students. There's a breakdown of 7 each. They've actively participated in the planning and various fundraising activities to make this 2nd year a success. Last year was our 1st year, and even though we were in the middle of COVID, we still had the event. It had to cancel the public portion of it, but we still had the event. They still raised significant funds in the area of north of $16,000. So, no pressure, but we're going to find out soon whether they beat it or not. And last year they had designated 2 charities, Rick's Place and KEVS Foundation, to be the recipients of the donations. This year, between the Junior Advisory Council and the Youth Advisory Council and the Fundraising Committee, they worked very hard to be able to identify what they were going to do, and they added a 3rd recipient to the donations this year, and they added Rachel's Table. So we want to thank them, the advisory committee, the steering committee, and the board for all the hard work that they put into the event starting up here, as again, 25 hours ago. So now we want to start recognizing some of these, the facilities, what they're going to be doing. So I'm going to first talk about KEVS Foundation. We're going to bring up somebody there from the foundation to give you guys a little bit more information about them. So it's an organization which has a goal to educate and help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in children and young adults. They do this by providing AEDs to the community. They perform cardiac testing of student athletes and CPR training to the community. So representing them tonight is Steph Biza, and I'm going to ask her to come up and just, I think she's got a couple people that she wants to introduce, and they'll give a little bit of information about KEVS Foundation. So Steph, if you could come up, please.
Good evening. First of all, I and KEVS Foundation are blessed and humbled that you once again chose KEVS Foundation for a generous donation. For those of you who are not aware, KEVS Foundation was started about 11 years ago by Susan Canning when she suffered every parent's worst nightmare. Her son Kevin drowned in Congamon Lake, but what they didn't know is that Kev had an undetected heart condition. And unfortunately, his first event was his last event. I have Chris Dorr with me, and he is the living testimony of all of the things that Rob spoke about that we do in KEVS Foundation, and I'm going to give the microphone to Chris to tell his story.
Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Rob. I was playing pickleball the day after my 60th birthday. No warning, I was running over to pick up a ball, and next thing I know, I'm on the ground. Next thing I wake up, someone's staring over me saying, Chris, you okay? You okay? I had no idea that I had died. Without KEVS Foundation's AED at the pickleball court, I wouldn't be here today. It took 85 seconds from the time the phone call was made to 911 to get the code to open up the box to having it deployed on my body. I didn't know I was dead until I was in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. So I owe my life to KEVS Foundation.
Thank you very much, Chris. So, before we announce and bring everybody up to give them their check, I want to give everybody just a preview of sort of the final results of what they've been able to do here this year. So, what did I say? A little north of $16,000 last year, right? Yeah. Okay. So, kids, going to give you a couple guesses. What do you think this year?
27.
Okay, 27. A little lower. A little lower than 27.
25.
All right, you're getting closer.
23.
A little higher than 25. One more guess and then I'll tell you. Oh, it was hot. We did 26. I said it was lower than 26. All right, so final total for this year, for the second year of the Western Mass Charity Dance-a-thon, $25,452. So, congratulations everybody, fantastic job. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to have Steph, we're going to have a couple students come up and one of the board members, and we're going to present them with the check. If you guys can come on over. Oh, don't flip that up yet. Wait. You got to wait till you guys go on over there. So this year for KEVS Foundation, they're going to be receiving a donation for $4,262. All right, you get all the pictures? Steph, did you want to say a couple words? Or are you good? I don't want to put you on the spot here because you just gave a speech already.
Again, thank you so much. From what I hear, you had an amazing time, and your efforts are wonderful. And like I said, we are very humbled and blessed that you chose KEVS Foundation again. So thank you again.
Thank you. Congratulations. You're all set. Take that to any